So I believe the console war's back, but not the way you think. I don't think it's the consoles pinned against each other. Because honestly, in the next 10 years, one of them will no longer be a console. Oh my gosh, dude. That was sick. But really, I think that the war is with us. I talked about digital and physical, and some of you guys are like, no, I'm all about the all physical, all digital future. Cool, man. I'm not, but whatever. It's fine. You can be all about it. Today is all about where are all these different gaming companies going in the next 5 to 10 years. And I think, honestly, 10th generation is going to really thin the herd. There's going to be a lot less when it comes to these different consoles, and I think that's going to be a good thing. Today is going to be a little different. The viewing angle is different. Oh, almost missed that bean. And the coffee is going to be different because today I'm not making your standard hot cup of coffee. And you're like, dude, you're making so much coffee right now. I am indeed, because I'm making delicious, yummy, unbelievable iced coffee, because I feel like this is a hot topic and we need to cool it down with a little bit of iced coffee today. No overhead cam because I didn't want to set it up. Feeling a little bit unmotivated, and so this is the best I can do today. But honestly, I think Xbox is going to be out soon. So what do I mean by that? Well, it's abundantly clear that Xbox is trying to make themselves the all-digital solution, the cloud gaming solution, the non-box solution, and Xbox, not their games, but Xbox, it's done. It's over. Finito. We're not going to have any more Xboxes. Now, this is not based on like, oh, I have a industry person that's telling me things. I'm just kind of basing it on trends and what I'm seeing in the industry now. And the way that they're moving through this space right now, it seems very, very clear that their big push is to create a place where everyone can play games anywhere they want. And everyone's like, well, what about all of these different studios that Xbox is buying? Dude, they're only buying these studios because they want to be able to have a piece of the pie everywhere they go. They want to be able to sell their games and not have to worry about the issues or not have to worry about missing out on money because they're no longer going to be in the console game. Or at least they're on the way out of the console game. I mean, they are putting their service directly onto Samsung TVs so you can enjoy, quote unquote, enjoy all these different games on a TV without an Xbox. There's no need to use an Xbox. xCloud exists so that you can play some of their older games or newer games on older consoles. Streaming it, of course. We have the Logitech G Cloud, we have xCloud on the ROG Ally, because the future of gaming is completely different, and I'll finish up the talk today with what I think the future of gaming is. But it's very clear to me that Xbox is positioning themselves to be able to have the most amount of profit, but also be able to take the hit that's going to eventually happen, which is their machines are no longer going to be necessary. The introduction of PC Game Pass and all this stuff, and releasing games to their Game Pass services just proves that really what they're more concerned about is not hardware, but where the software is, and if they can make money, oh geez, from that software everywhere. Another example that I'm noticing is we're seeing some of these big, like the Activision Blizzard thing. Yeah, they got Activision Blizzard. They're not pulling Call of Duty off of their services, off of other different companies like PlayStation. In fact, making deals with Nintendo. They just want a piece of the pie. They don't care. It would benefit them to purchase studios across the board, not create exclusivity for their consoles, but instead create a little bit more excitement around these and just getting money. I mean, what's better, to get $100 100 times or to get $50 300 times, right? That's a very, 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 very poor math equation, but hear my logic. $100 100 times is 100 sales at $100 on one console. Or they split the profits with the other console 50-50, which is not the way that these deals work. So I know that they're a lot more complicated than that. But still, thus tripling the amount of accessibility or the access that they have to that game itself, whereas it is included in the service, such as Game Pass for Xbox users, or PC Game Pass users, or Game Pass users in general who use it on their other devices, like the ROG Ally or the whatever Logitech thing. Honestly, I think that that's the play, right? Why wouldn't Xbox do that? And so the thing that people keep tying, oh, wow, that was a lot of coffee that just popped. I don't know how this is going to taste. The thing that people keep talking about is about they're buying all of these services and how that means that they're going to keep making systems. I don't see it that way. I really don't. I see them buying these services so that they don't have to keep making consoles. Like, that's what I see. And I think that's a smart move. Honestly, it's genius. What happened here, you ask? Great question. 60 grams of coffee, 100 gram water bloom, followed by 425 additional grams of water for a total of 525 grams of water with 200 grams of ice in the basin. Agitated, took 4 minutes to brew, and now we're dumping this over ice, and we have ourselves a delicious cup of beautiful iced coffee. This is not cold brew, because this wasn't cold brewed. This is what you would call iced coffee, because it is coffee that has been iced. I don't drink cold brew, even though I do have a beard and tattoos. I just don't like cold brew. I think it's too much. I used to drink cold brew, and now I just think it is almost a gimmick at this point. But that is deliciously refreshing. Oh, it's so nice. And I will not be consuming all of this because that's a tremendous amount of caffeine that I do not need. I am working out after this, but I just wanted some cold coffee. It's so good. It's so unbelievably good and so clean. Oh my goodness gracious. Back to PlayStation. Where's PlayStation going? I think PlayStation is going to, and this is going to really, really get people upset, especially the people who came here for Xbox pretty much know where I stand. PlayStation is going to take the lead when it comes to the number one next-gen console to be out there. PlayStation is going to be the console. They will still be selling their consoles. They'll be selling their consoles to consumers, and their games will be available both on their consoles as well as available on stuff like PC eventually. PlayStation's going to keep making consoles because the PlayStation unit, the actual device itself, is something that is valuable. The DualSense controller, some think it's gimmicky, I think it's beautiful. They honestly have invested in some of that. PlayStation VR 2, obviously something that they're investing more and more money in. The actual ecosystem that is PlayStation is something that has value and has maintained value over the decades that it has existed. Always. So I see the next iteration of this 10th gen PlayStation console to follow suit, and for them to actually grab market share of individuals who are not going to be upgrading the Xbox system because there's no need. And in return, they're going to be purchasing a PlayStation to add to their console gaming because brand loyalty when it comes to video games is one of the silliest, dumbest things that I've ever heard in my life. If you will not buy a PlayStation because it's PlayStation and you're an Xbox person, that is ridiculous. And you're actively participating in some sort of nonsensical ideology. It makes no sense. There's no reason to demonize another one just because it isn't the one that you have. Stupid. Not even silly, just dumb. And especially moving into the next generation, the 10th gen, which I know isn't anywhere near, but the 10th generation of gaming, there is going to be space for all three to work in tandem rather than against each other. At least, if you think they work against each other. What I mean by that is this. With Xbox, going back to the software distribution or even the Sega route, and PlayStation taking the helm when it comes to overpowered or powerful consoles on desks and underneath entertainment systems, it leaves Nintendo to do what Nintendo does best. Make its way into the homes and pockets of every single person that has any interest in video games, because they are and will remain to be the #1 best hybrid gaming solution that exists on the market today, and they will continue to do that throughout the rest of this generation. I honestly think that they're going to hold on to this. Now, do I have any evidence? Nope. I'm just tracking trends. Now, people are like, Nintendo, they play by the beat of their own drum. They can do whatever they want. It's the Wild West. Yes and mostly no. Nintendo does play the beat of their own drum. The Donkey Kong bongos, so to speak. And they do whatever the heck they want, whenever the heck they want. They certainly are not predictable, which is great in some ways because it leads to some innovative things. It also leads to some kind of failures like the Virtual Boy, and some might say the Wii U was a failure, but we all know at this point that the Wii U was just a test to see if it was worth it. And guess what? Look at what we have now. Obviously that Wii U was very worth it, as far as understanding what people wanted. At any rate, Nintendo doesn't do stuff that doesn't make sense when it comes to their consoles. For instance, we had ourselves the GameCube that released, right? The GameCube had the little mini discs. Well, when the Wii released, what did it also have? Two different things: to read mini disc and also read, thank you, Wii games. It also had the original release, 4? Was it 2 or 4? I can't remember, but it was at least 2 ports on the back for your GameCube controllers in case you weren't a fan of the Wiimote, and also if you wanted to play more of your GameCube games on your Wii. So Wii U came out, it could also play Wii games, and so on and so forth. And here's the big thing. Let's talk about their handheld devices. You could play a Game Boy game. They included cartridge backwards compatibility. Does that mean that they're going to include cartridge backwards compatibility with the new Switch system, the Super Switch as I'm calling it? I can't be certain of anything. But as I said, with Nintendo, they don't play by the rules, but they also aren't idiots. For goodness sakes, look at the Switch. It is in every single person's living room. Within reason. And it's not because it is amazing in graphics. No, it's because the average age of a gamer is their mid-30s, who also has kids. We have kids in our mid-30s. Now, not everybody is a gamer dad. I get it. A lot of you are gamer dads. But the portable gaming and this Switch type of thing, when you want to play a game, but let's say your kid wants to watch something on TV, or your wife wants to watch something on TV, or the reverse, you now can go, no problem. Or, we all have done it. We all can remember the first time that we were playing Breath of the Wild or Mario Odyssey, and then all of a sudden we're like, I gotta go drop a deuce. And then what did we do? Oh, I know what I can do. We took our Switch with us. Pretty incredible? I know. And there have been plenty of clones and different gaming systems that are now out that are trying to copy that with the Steam Deck, the Asus ROG Ally. All this dockable hybrid style gaming is trying to do it. The difference between the Nintendo Switch and all of the other ones is the Nintendo Switch plays both docked and handheld, where everyone else is handheld, and if you want, can also play docked. The Switch was designed for both experiences to exist in tandem and to be used frequently and interchangeably often. Frequently and often are the same thing, and I know because caffeine is hitting the dome quick. Iced coffee just packs a punch. That being said, they do it flawlessly. And I think that moving into this next phase of gaming, 10th gen, right? It's going to be hybrid. This is the future of gaming. This idea that I'm playing on my TV or on my desk, which my desk does have a TV on it, And then I gotta go, so I grab my gaming device and I'm on the go, rather than having a gaming device and then also having a secondary gaming device that doesn't talk to each other, and the gaming is not the same. There's something quite special about playing Tears of the Kingdom on a beautiful TV like I have, the LG C2, and then going on vacation and finishing the game in handheld mode, which I did. That experience is great, especially for people like myself who have very limited time to be able to game for long periods of time, and playing 9 or 10 different games at once just isn't possible. And if we're being honest, the games that are releasing more and more on some of our favorite platforms, especially the single player ones, are just so long, with the exception of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3. Shots fired, but only a couple shots, because you can't get too many off before you roll credits. Oh my gosh, I just dropped a nuke on that one. Although I didn't, because that's so buggy and it just is impossible for anyone to drop a nuke. I am on fire. So, when it comes to the future of gaming, I genuinely believe, the future of gaming is hybrid. It's been proven by Nintendo. And to go back to a seated, non-portable gaming style fully is something that I feel is going to be dedicated to just one company, and that is going to be PlayStation. And even PlayStation's trying to get on board by creating the PS Portal, which I don't know if it was a success or a failure. It doesn't seem like the implementation of the specific style of gaming was the best, but it is sold out. Now, is that because they underproduced it, or is it because there was high demand? I don't know. I don't have one. I haven't tried one. But it is very clear that remote play, cloud gaming, and any sort of gaming that exists now is because of not a push to compete necessarily or make Nintendo compete, but a response to catch up, because Nintendo was onto something, which was, yo, gamers want to be able to take it with them. And they do it the best because their system is switchable. Nice. So that's the future of gaming. That's 10th gen, dude. That's 10th gen. Xbox, all cloud. PlayStation, all desk. And Nintendo maintaining their lead with hybrid. And I believe that the Steam Deck will just even more so grab onto more people like myself and get them into this style of gaming on titles that they're not able to play normally because they do not have access to PC games. And Steam is going to be able to take the lead. Yes, the Ally is better. Sure, the Legion is more powerful. Okay, the Claw is doing its thing, and eventually someone else is going to come along and be like, I want to throw the Razor, whatever, is going to do something. They're all going to be there. But the advantage that exists is stability. And at the end of the day, with the exception of some PC gamers who do enjoy the tinker part of things, they're going to have mass appeal and mass adoption from stability. And gaming stability is absolutely the king, and that is why I believe strongly that Nintendo will maintain their hold in this hybrid game, because their stability is the best. It was designed to do both, not designed to do one thing, but also can kind of do the other. There's no cloud unless you purchase a game that's just on the cloud. The portability of it is the device itself, right? That's where it is. And so Steam, unless Ally can get their crap together with this second version, and the Legion just decreases in size from the freaking size of a whole giant VCR. Do I have something the size of the ROG Ally here? I think I might. Oh yeah, maybe this. Yeah, maybe this is the size of a ROG Ally. You know, it's just massive. It just makes no sense. And so I truly believe that that is where we're at. And I've said that twice already. And I have to come clean with you about something, because I think that honesty is the best policy when it comes to things. This is my Xbox Series S. This is my only Xbox now. Yes, I purchased the X, whatever, okay? I don't use it, and I don't intend on using it because I canceled all of my subscriptions, and so this is now effectively a paperweight to me. I have nothing bad to say about it. It is an incredible system, and I still think it's the best Xbox that there is to offer right now, unless you're able to pick up an Xbox Series X for $350. which I did. The reason why I returned the Xbox Series X was only one thing and one thing alone. Financially, it made no sense for me to own both. I was not using the Series X as much as I thought I would. The videos I want to make about the Series X, I'm not going to, because I am going to make more about Nintendo and just gaming as a father, and I invested all of that money that I would have used for the Series X in this, my Audio-Technica AT-LP60X BT, which is just a turntable, because I really, really enjoy listening to music on a turntable. It just makes me so unbelievably happy. And so I'm going to sign off right now with you guys and play this, whatever it is. I don't even know what song we're about to listen to here on the turntable. But this is, the reason why I did it was because I wanted to get into physical media and Xbox wasn't cutting it for me. So there you go. There's no reason. Oh, okay, what are we hearing? Ooh, little pops and clicks. That's nice. Ooh. Yeah, that's good. Ooh. Yeah, that's real nice. Enjoy that, guys. It's good. It's really good. All right. See ya. Happy gaming.